And as we go in, let's notice what everything's arising in. What's the flavor of beingness that's here? What's the sky that doesn't come and go? And this doesn't need to be some big word out there. It could just be, gosh, I feel into Dave, I feel into Sid, I feel into Tara. What's here that doesn't change? What's the common denominator? Dave also often uses this word like openness. What's the word for each of us? Like presence, being, love, welcoming, connectedness. Whatever your word is, I invite you to sink into that. To sink in. To let it have you. How can you tell that it's here? Feel vibration, a frequency of the body. Does the breath change? Muscles relax? Is there a tingling in your palms? And as we sink in, can you find that perhaps even the sense of me and them kind of dissolves a little bit, like the boundaries of this body kind of opens some. Perhaps even the sense of separation opens. Where the squares, the lines between us on this Zoom become less dense. As you rest here, can you sense that what you're resting in and as isn't separate from what I'm resting in and as? Or what the birds outside are being? Then let's play with the thought from here. As we rest here, Dave pointed to a part. Dave pointed to a part. I've got to protect myself. I need to protect myself. Can you notice a voice in your system that kind of is that part or concurs and agrees with that voice? Of course, there are things I need to protect myself from. Of course, I need to be safe. I need to protect myself. Can you find the yes there in your system? Can you find that part? And even can you feel it as well as you know, like, yes, I need to protect myself. I need to protect. Just notice what the feel is. Can see if you can feel that part. What's it like when that part is here? Maybe there's some sensations in the body that go with it. Need to protect myself. Need to protect. There's something I need to protect here. Just however your system says that, your version. And as we're aware of that voice, can we also be aware of, again, the beingness, that word that each of us found that we're resting as? Can both of those be here? Can we be resting as? In Sid's system, it's stillness, whatever your word is. Presence, awareness, peace, love, connectedness. As you can you rest as that and also be aware of I need to protect the part that says that. And notice it as a part. See if you can find where do you hear that voice? I need to protect. Need to be careful. Where do you hear it? Is it in the head? Is it out to your right? And then we're going to open this a little further. As you hear that voice, I need to protect. I need to be careful. Something bad could happen. I gotta watch out for this. I need to plan. I need to make sure everything's going to be okay. I need to take care of the things I need to do to make sure everything's going to be okay. As you hear that, and as you perhaps even hear a loud version of it, what reacts or responds in your system? What voice comes up in response to it? Dave had shared things like, I don't, I don't like that part of my personality. I'm wanting to let go of that. I'm trying to just be with that thought. Or maybe it's just not true. What's the loudest response inside of you? We're trying to find the polarity. Need to be safe, got to control, got to plan, got to make sure everything's going to be okay. That's one side. What's the other side? We heard some of Dave's. What's the loudest expression of that other, the response, the reaction? And then for me, I mean, you might even say, I've got, as your eyes are closed, I have my two hands up, like my two palms, and it's like one represents got to protect, and the other represents, oh gosh, this is driving me crazy. Like, what's your polarity, and how are you able to be aware of both sides at the same time? As we rest, as this beingness, as your word, how can you be aware of those two voices? Are they like on stage? Are they like two actors on stage playing the polarity and you're just aware of the stage and you can see them both? Or is it like a picture? Notice when you look at a picture, you're not looking at the individual images on the picture, the objects. You're seeing the picture like a photo in its whole. Is it like that? Or is it like the hot tub we play with sometimes? The infinite hot tub, the parts are in there. How do you see both of them at the same time? And maybe, and can you feel the difference between like when you're a little leaning towards one, leaning towards the other, and then there's no more leaning. There's just awareness of both of these. See if you can feel that. And let's just sit for a moment as we're resting as our word of beingness. And then we're aware of, we're seeing the polarity, need to protect, and whatever the reaction is to that, the other part, we're seeing both of them. We're seeing the theater here. And is there a pulling or does it just relax as you're aware of both, as you're aware of this polarity? And then can you feel the pull of those two parts? Can you feel the contraction, the want, how those each of those two parts have this yearning, gotta protect, want to be safe, and then the no to that. Can you feel these parts? See if you can feel them together as you're taking in the theater, you're taking in the parts. And then can this be welcomed? To use Dave's word, are we open to this? Is there an openness to what's happening here? We're going to go further. See if you can find openness. Is it okay that this is occurring inside? And perhaps those voices are really loud, but that's just they're really loud actors. And lastly, can it be enjoyed? Can this theater of you, this loud polarity, can it be enjoyed? Can it be enjoyed? And notice if you have other parts that come up, I'm not doing this right. Are you crazy? Said, how can I enjoy this? These parts are driving me crazy. Then back to, can it be enjoyed? Notice if you're aware of both sides of the polarity, both those parts, can they be enjoyed just as they are? Is there a problem here? Is there a problem here? You might have another part that comes up. Like, of course, there's a problem. It'd be better if it was different. But is there really a problem here as you're aware of those two parts? And then let's adjust the voice of those parts just a little bit now to kind of further include what Tara was pointing to. This protector that says, I need to protect, that was kind of focused inward to us. What if that protector voice goes outward to the sense of why? Why are they doing this? Why are they making those choices? Why are people doing this? I don't get it. Can we hear the sense of this that wants to protect, that wants people to be okay, wants the world, wants everybody to be okay, wants to care for them, wants people's lives to be easier, whatever is there in why, wanting to protect as it looks out at the world? Why? And there's a sense in that things would be better if they were different. They should do something different. That, but why? Sense of for them to be safe. Okay, whatever that is for you. But notice what happens as this looks out into the world, whatever your version is of it. Why are they doing that? They shouldn't. And what's beneath that? Again, in this protector. Is it wanting safety, wanting care, wanting love, wanting harmony, wanting to live in a more harmonious world, wanting peace, wanting people to have more peace, whatever that is. But let's turn it up a little bit. The why. Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? And then inside of you, can you find another side? What responds and reacts to that inside of you? Can you find a polarity? What's the other side in you? When that voice comes up loud, what reacts? Maybe it's a spiritual part. It says, oh, everything's okay just as it is. Maybe it's a part that wants our lives to be simpler. It's like, oh, I just got to let that be, but can take care of myself. Just notice what part arises in you in reaction and response to the why. Can we find the polarity? Gosh, this is too much. This is exhausting when I focus on people, when I try to help so much. I need a break. I need a break. See if you can find whatever the loudest reaction is. And then just the same that we did with Dave when we focused inward, can you find this that it's arising in. Can you find the peace that's here, whatever your word is for beingness, that we're coming from, that you're aware from? You're aware of these two parts. And just notice how the system might go back and forth from one to the other. And then there's this sense of stepping back, sinking in. See if we can see the two, the why, this protector and this that reacts. Two actors on the stage, however your system knows it. Can it include both of these in one view? Like you're looking at a photo and you're seeing two voices, two people in the photo, but you're seeing the photo as a whole. What's the difference? Can you feel the peace there when you can see them both? There's a sense of resting in this awareness, this beingness. And can we find when we see them both that it's not a problem, that they're loud, that perhaps they're upset, that it's not a problem? Is there a sense of can you find a welcoming of the parts just as they are? And this is where we really push the edge. Can you find an enjoyment in the dearness of these voices? In IFS, we say there are no bad parts. These two loud parts, as we're aware of both of them at the same time, one picture, one stage. Can there be enjoyment of the theater, the dearness, the sweet humanness that moves through us? Can it be enjoyed? And lastly, if you have some other voices that are showing up, like I'm not doing this right, I should do this differently, can we just notice those are just parts? Then we're aware of these two parts, the polarity. And lastly, again, if you have any parts that's saying this shouldn't be here like this, they shouldn't be so loud. So just more parts, and then here we are with these two parts. Can we enjoy them just as they are? And then when you're ready, let's come back together because I got to tell you, I am absolutely exhausted from this. This was a lot of stretching. I'm going to shake a little bit, kind of shake this off because here we are again. And as we gently come back together, perhaps there's a sense of being able to stay as your word, resting as your word, and just noticing the parts that are here, but also shaking it off because here we are. And even though we really push the edge, we're just friends playing together. It's after school. We're in the backyard playing a game. It's freedom. It's play. And this is just this is heavy. This is a lot. I mean, I actually feel some exhaustion from what we're doing here, playing with these edges. Because they're so, it's so the edge in my system too, just as what Dave's sharing and just what you shared, Tara. I was like, wow, can everything just being okay just as it is, just as it is, just as it's showing up right now with the three of us. How about that? Does anything need to change? Would we put something really, as I hear parts, but it would be better if it's just a part. And then here we are. Like there's something that's exhausting, really, in my system when I really like find this and find it and seek to find it. And so we got like 5 minutes left then. What do we
Yeah, yeah.
got?
So yeah, I'm really glad that you were sharing, Sid, because I wanted to ask you how it was for you, everything we just shared. And you said exhausting.
Exhausting.
Is that because of that part in you which is really working really hard, maybe? Or what is the exhaustion come from?
Oh gosh. Whew. The game we were playing of the polarities of really for my system it's pushing the edge to really be a place of welcoming of the extremes of I need to protect, I need to do something, I need to do something to make it safe, and then like why are you doing this, man? You're driving us crazy. Can't you just be here? To really be with both of those, and then the why are they doing that? Why are they, I mean, these are very real in my system. Why are they doing that? And then the sense of, hey man, can't you just see the beauty of what is as a part saying that? Can't you just love what is? And then something, it stretches my system so much to be, if I can really welcome those, I mean, this is if when I can really welcome that, it really be the same, and then to play with enjoying it. Can I really enjoy as those parts play in my system? That just because there's such a pull. What I think why it's exhausting is I can feel the pull that of the parts that are trying to blend with me. And there's something is just staying here, being aware of it. And it's the pull of the foreground of the parts, and then saying that I really feel. And even the last thing we were doing with what you said, Tara, about the idea of the perfection, the okay, and of what is just as it is. I can feel the pull right there similarly. The pull is staying back and agreeing, concurring, yes, exactly what Tara said. And then the parts are like, no, what are you crazy? No, it's not okay just as it is. It can be better.